Paseba
Adjoa Agyei Sikapa.
Ye die ho ye pa ye de kasebo no ekire mu ankasa ebesemo. Na sa na no me wo fase rose gold. Usi di ye kasebo no eye de ba dia.
Wadama eba na nsempati amamu nsem. Di ye kasebo de hinta nyina aha ne pa hontama. DLFM 106.9. Kasebo no nie aha ne nyina yetie.
DL News.
Yamamo akwapa efi tumilika ne hia yen ego Facebook and efinsi YouTube me wo fase champion teladament ne kasebo na namso a wo benya bi ahwe wo ba na wa comment na wa share na foforo nso enya kasebo no mu chefam yefia ni emfankyere mu ewo pro east mensenim ana matamnim na roho sama abato de kasebo pro so kirim sen ene kwantempo no na da eye sataso kwantempo no so a 24 faso bepiem ewadwira mampon ekosi asantemantem kumase no meka sei akwantufoɔ ene o maga na de hya wonum de akwane ba kwantempo no so no womo ene o ma hya nyina da wonom aka efiri sei breje no anasansam so no ageta emu atimienu se wan mane nyina da dwira kwa kese obi nkɔ na obi aba akwakoyo arɔhosɛm ye pam na nkra no ekirem a meka sei akwane bade hu sansam edifiri edwira ekopim yeji atabubu pran ane mpotema hodo ho no no ne nyina da obiada enteme nkɔ efiri sei kwantempo ano da ho no akopie mu ewo eye mampon ekosi asantemantem mu no enya de a obiada etumi ekɔ eba ne nyina ne sei ensamso a etumi ka akwamie no webomu no ne nyina da apepa kwa mekese kwantufoɔ no wanom aka akiri amazesi amekese enam samso na ebu oni nte no tesade hye mfa potem ho no de wo maso ayɛ hye pam ene asantemantem mu fo aso ayɛ hye ene central of the southern part edema bunu east obi nkwa na obi aba ahokyere aba no anya sem kuma kra meka sei akwantufoɔ mo pɛsɛ mo kɔ ekoton wɔn pɛsɛ mo kɔ munwuma so obi ada kansuo na gya akwakwara me agɔresem ede ma de hye mo potem ho no na mahye badwane ede ma de hye mo pro east abato mpesua so ewo bunu east mantanem onimnyamfo Emmanuel kwaku buame buam wakasa kirem sei awere ko wonom atweda nkrata atwede buamane a sai wonom samso nsuo to a ekwan na yiri fa wom edum pempenso na ha dwen ne santi won besere mpanifo mekasei okirem a wonom da desra de ato asahwe oman ga na yakwan ene yakwan tempon semsem so na wom kabie womanim sei asem abai emu oye no makonem ne santi no emperifu amma ade hye na ho kire pa atwe koto to na pada so no ebi ena aka wonom de nsem sei edi jadia ensentwerefo
when you are affected thousands of people because from massive person ko ejira atebu amanti yeji fami danso ha anu bia efa abia atu ya bompedi for amane minister road minister regional highways engineer and the for omona for omoba na omoba bi abia atu letters and anamoa I think 9 letters and ya tro afọ we ankasa motu anamo e de akọ road ministry baba RCC anamo bia was here to be lucky for us the regional highways engineer also free highways so atebu amante area to also for happy yeah to anamo oh yeah also mo de amawo bi the procurement issues I mean idea actually the fees the procurement better na ya baba say be ya mindful no I ho beto wo no actually as na ya baba he kata so idea actually say be kata so ya you say ya mindful no ho beto wo na anamu bia I say you say be ya problem as the solution aba no you beto
eni a wotie mahye badwane edema pro east abato mpesua so oniminyamfo Emmanuel kwaku buam ena wote ne nkan entemeka sedie ekwantufo a wonom efiri ene ebunu east ade omane di kire mu wasantemantem kumase de akwageta ene edwira mampon kumase ne potem de ekwan no enso na to endo da no ho mframa no ache ekwan mu mienu mansam so ni nyina dwiri kwa akwageta akwaya wada hosem emu nkyere mu ene de esum tisika de asie no ageta kra ekaba kofi mane kwaso anaso fa video ne to so nti mesra wo bra Facebook no so at DLFM 106.9 na finso YouTube wo ba meka se kwane mu ache me no wo ba obehu te say sunsunso na hohuru ne nyina de afiri ho no makwan no obi nkɔ no bi aba ndesi na alɔhosam na aba hwesa de kwan no so aye
koje ha dwunyo
kwan no na aye saa no insama kan so na beto afi we na enye nsu nketo awo
eso no crowd afi na asha asi
we ehunsu mponi wo boba mponi ye kukuru mponi e besoa ekwan mu ache mienu na hohoro half de kɔ Ghana kwan no kwan ya ye ne kama so na chemtu
na wo say nsuo eto ema BBC ansa na maka say aban ya na so mo mka bi ewom no emeye ni yi ansa na ma beye
see he normal people maso beye hye en sikasem be kɔ fom amafo mo kɔ mu nyuma so adwadifo akwantufo schoolfo obi obetwa kwan no mu bia de ontumi nkɔ bio takwala ho sem pa de ama de hye a wanom ewo bono is mantem ni ma se mu odem pa ha twen enti uba Facebook no so na wa hye na onua nso etimi ehu de ekoso a ade hye mu aso aye papa papa nimire no yade mo nkyere mu esum sika
hwe se akola school ni twa kwani na oda sani atamabo ato ne kon ho anka school ni obetimi afa na ato ne kon
o se
ebi mo so ti
se oboa aye ho yi
nti o so atamabo ani mo to
omo pese omo siesie ho no na omo boa se be ya dodo na betimi anya ba bia dan afa omo siesie kwama ma omo nyina afa ho no nti na wo ya ne se no pese obe pagya ba ko akọ na dodo na aka no ho aka omo nyina aka ho ohun omo siesie ba bi o se abo no odi siesie kwama ma mo ko ni sa dodo no ho hia se ne ba ko o ba ko ko na o ma aka ni gina ho a esomfa so ni se hadi ase o eno ano no dabi na o ba ko na o ma aka ni gina ho
sa omo ye mpenifo nti akola na owo mu no na kwafo akola no
o ye ni ya bo franso be fa obi
nti abo ani mom o de abo
omo nyina ho enti bra Facebook no so na fi YouTube na ba hwede ye koso kwan ne mu ache enti mo bia mo deda no makwan ye no mo hwe ni yesi nsuo na ahya ase no wa hwe na waso de mu cha en de cha de na yesi adwuma no aje debi so de wo ha ya na debi a obebo adwuma 24/7 yanku anim
yentu Kasiabone so na public accounts committee for HM mo pa kuntabuo e de afa eye nizan shen eye mienu a eye Ministry of Labor Job and Employment for eto ye 150 mienu ani duba kunim HM a eye ade asoye no egusu jiska edi free Ghana ye photo samfo ho na mo chem o matwa be ye 40% na wo hwe sane ye shen no mo to ye no magye hunska na kopem ne ehye mienu enya ade o mo ni baby a shine wo na emomemra ne so economic interest so e de atoso na ha adwesan se 15 mienu ani dubako anomoto ehyen yi enya ade omunim baby ehyen no ewo san so no muguso omugiska e de efeye Ministry of Finance ono ma ha adwenye papa na eye Mary Nisan no ana ye Director of Finance ewo Ministry of Labor Jobs and Employment e kasa ye HM sa ye ade asoye no efre Japan Motors na ebe ya nkomo ne ombetwetwe nkomo na subesinde enya ade company no etimi eyi omano na chairperson edema public account committee eye abna osei asare ekasa ye HM say ye hyen mienu ye omutwa ho ka na emomanya ade omahu no e wasa kontabuo etimi ekoso.
Auditors wrote to Japan Motors that this is it. They didn't respond to Japan Motors, but then they wrote to the ministry telling us that we owe them this amount. And so that is where now we are taking it from.
Japan Motors wrote to the ministry that you are owing them.
Yes.
So all along there is no communication between you and them for a long time that you are owing them. No communication until the auditors came in.
I believe there might have been some communications, but yet he's saying they have written to the ministry saying that the ministry owes them some money. Yet the asset for which, they are claiming the money, the ministry is telling us that they don't have records, they can't find it. How do you reconcile the two? The ministry, as we stand now, we don't have enough documentation on it. So when the auditors came, we made them aware that we don't have enough documentation on this. For the price adjustments of the pickup, that is selling automotive, they have been paid, but then they are saying that there was delay in payment. So they computed some interest for us to pay, of which Ministry of Finance was made aware of.
My issue is, where is the asset on which they are laying that claim on? That's
all I'm asking. The access is not in the ministry. So if it's not in the ministry, and then you sit here and say they have written to you, and so now it's a charge, it is something that we should look into. I don't really understand. They are laying a claim on an asset which they say they have sold to you. We cannot find the asset. So then how do we confidently say that in 2018 the ministry wrote they did not respond to us? It is now that they have written, so there's a charge or a claim on government to come and pay some outstandings. But meanwhile, the assets of which the outstandings are being, as the outstandings are being made or claimed for, we cannot find them. Minister, you have a lot to do at your ministry.
Uti Abina Osei Asariono and a chairperson at the Public Accounts Committee.
Yan toa kasiabano swe na yen free Public Account Committee mpeni fontenye na yen free ani nchire mo my Ghana yen finfe mente mo mechire Central Region na adehia wonom ka biewom ewo bremso eye esinaze na efinso tayido eno no wo Cape Coast ne potem wonom echire mu a mika sei emusieye bi ewo esuachiano asuchiano ne bia emusieye na wono omo chire mu a eha dwenye pa eseye na che intiamase say adehia chite potem hono ma ho ba monsem enkonkan titiru efa wonom apomu den emperform ka biewom echire wa meka sei emusieye no ayemma kra enti omasie funu ne sa ba kwantempo no ho pe nipa dodo na asuro ebimu su kura chirem sei omapomu den efunu hu nsu a ebe ba manfo afiem de ehu pa ya hwe ne ye pe na nyade watu atesente no mpanifo moa na sa musieye no wano mmra emetum kura emra ade hye gemre ene nsentwerefo kasa ena ebusuapen na eye abokombe ena afi chairman Edema Bremso Development Committee Joseph Ediafo wano mu chirem sei emusieye achapa entamu hwe ne mu se hwebe anya hwe mponi yankopɔ ya atoma emfimpim mienu na aduonisia ewo dwunbusum ne mu no empanifo ntumi ntie wo musufrɛ na wono mbeto emusieye nim efise ha dwen wo mu kyerem a wo ma womaden ne Cape Coast eye Metropolitan Assembly na dinsa wo so bebre na nanso ankwa antentam enkosia ga wo ma aka wo mo ka bia empanifo nti wo mu sema ne manimai wono mbasra assembly no wo ma moden meyi emusieye no emfa firi potem ho no mafise bia wo no eha wonom apomuden wono mu kyerem nansen yipeye penifo be ka kira wo mo se baabia museye ne wo no enye baabia bebo mo apomuden ne sente no wo mo moden an se wo betimi ebeyi museye nde firi honom wo mu kyerem asese Ghana Water Company Limited penifo mpo beaye bia wo honom a nipa bi wonom eye nsuo ma de hyenya adwuma ye no wo betum ekyerem baabia wo mo ye nsuo no eben emuseye ne nti eba ne sa pe na efunu hu nsuo wasase nim enti efunu hu nsuo na mo de ye nsuo nti eba ne se nipa pomuden enkonkan wo betum omu kyerem enne ennam emuseye ne nti wo madwumagu wo mbesere mpanifo sabe wo ntumi ntina kuroduanim emfa efunu hu nso anya aduane enti wo mbesere wo mamodian meyi emuseye no emfiri ho na mfa nko akyere baabi ena mrante wo mkosi efunu no wo mokobekye permit na mo ba eposifo anta wo machi dede hunu motorbike twini basa nkwanhia na ekoso to mbesere aban wo mka biegum emuseye na mompe wo manyi furu na baabi aduru no achapa
Subana yanam ntemasira aban aya okona hinema ankai na emomese yede emna agoda asewunko owani na asede ntumi se ironi ehwehwe de bi okura ndi okwa yarbe na weku wonse mesi wada abraham nsi sere emma na oda yenkenchen he ya yesere na kono chaw na abre nsi wonbe hiduma
Musazi na nso menye efrikakra yenhu kakra na se odu memenda me kyerɛ memeni a ɔde yɛn nyima ɔlebe sɛ ɛyɛ baata na ɛrebɛtena aha ebohu motorbikes a ɔdze funeral ba reckless driving meka emri bi car bi a ɔtɔ free sɛ ɔyɛ nyame a wenhyia car bi a wɔ ha nkyɛ accident a yebohu no na nkyɛ ɔyɛ accident kakra ba mesrɛ sɛ mpanyimfo no ɔwɔ na wɔka gyepa me sɛ wɔreba police escort ebi anka ho nti wɔreba za wɔpɛ no na wɔyɛ wɔnyɛ kwan no do ɛba srɛ ma himpanyimfo aka no eseyi ɛhɔ no ɛhɔ ayama 1974 na obaji asasi fie ha sisi ayo 2026 52 good years nti ehwo no why overdue ye besere MC regional minister na ye omanpain John Dramani Mahama excellency ana iwe gizi woni mu de otei ne manfri ho asem no ta ye besere no anamon papa biara osefata no ontu no fa mu won ona me de sisi a pure water company wa pay zikara kama asem inde ye collapse ona me de was EPA environmental protection agency wo ben was the phone hunsu no ona na masase na ase okoba bi a wutwe nso no nti mbebu na wo yeduma wo nyina ode wo ben obetine fi
eni ya woti ye eya o my Ghana de hia won mo finfin manta mo Cape Coast na mo kire so mo musia ye no aya dada enti mpanifo meyi firi honom na won masum enwe wonom we mu nsem ene de asum yi
Yentoa kasiebone so na ya de asye ya ehwapomuden wonsam so wo my Ghana mu recruitment exercise at the my nurses midwives ene health professionals ahodo no na se de ya de omatimi awie no mu chiema na we omo yesa ne be ye bebo aban ne free primary health care hye omode ebetu dwana mabo modin ahye sane mani na betimi akosuye na hye no ohye ni sikasem na chese obetimi recruit be ye 8000 health workers na momo hye sane ne ma ekoni nipa dodo achese omo ye graduate omunya adwuma ye ewo my Ghana ma na omo ye 105000 na chese wo so mutimi eboa sane be yo betimi afabi aka ho na omo soso no etimi akoye adwuma na exercise na ebe awie na chese nurses na ni midwives omo fa wom 6245 no omo yi free 6500 and omo no etimi enya slot ni bi sanso an allied health professionals no omo ye 900 na momo mutimi efa 771 sanso na omo su ekosunya pharmacy ni so no omo ye 250 na chese omo fa slot no omo fa nipa 235 and a physician assistant for so no omo ye 300 no matimi afa wom na omo le nsɛmtwɛfoɔ atwetwe nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ nkran ni mantam ha no Adjoa Agyei Kotoni Mabosome ne de tosu du nwɔtwe ana director edema human resources ewo Ministry of Health Frederick Mensa Champon kasaye echemu say ya dia vacancies na ebi wo honom na emom tifidi mantemu ana chese akwanya no ewo honom a chese slot ewo honom kra 87 a mu hwe nim se nurses no ebetimi afele ade ama wom no mu chema exercise neguso ekoso mbebo mo homode se na wotwe da yenim no omo so so omutimi efa slot ni bi omo anwie process no ombehwe so ombetimi ahwe so omo so no ombetimi apa kwanya bi ede amawom na we eka primary healthcare policy aban no ede beto honom se na ebe ye betimi aboa na omo so so omo hia nurses ni midwives no ewa ya sabi ahodo no omonsa ebetimi akabi na pomuden wonsam so etimi akoso ewo man mu
receive financial clearance to recruit about 8,000 health professionals from the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry acknowledges the anxiety and interest this recruitment exercise has generated, particularly given the backlog of about 105,000 unemployed health professionals, ranging from some having their last recruitment in 2019, some 2018, and particularly for nurses was 2020 batches. This recruitment exercise, I must say, is heavily guided by the objectives of free primary health care policy, with emphasis on strengthening preventive care, community-based care, and primary health care delivery, particularly in underserved areas of the country. These objectives, guided by the human resource policies and operational documents of the ministry and its agencies, such as Ghana Health Service, Child, Ahmadiyya Health Services, and Mental Health Authority, were used to determine the allocations by professions and by locations. With that, I'm saying that by locations that we are talking about the districts that we considered in this recruitment process. In the interest of transparency, regional locations were based on staffing norms and annual human resource requirements submitted by these agencies. Consequently, regions and districts with greater staffing gaps and healthcare needs and professions with a high impact on the sources of free primary healthcare policy received the highest allocations. I must say that all regions received some allocations, but not all metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies were considered. For instance, if you take the Accra region, it's only Ada West, Ada East, and and Gopra Prime Municipality that were prioritized, though other districts also got some little of these numbers, but most of the numbers went to these 3 districts in the region. Based on the submissions from the relevant agencies, most professional groups were also considered.
Enuachi Anna Frederick Mensa a champion ekasa no chemu se applicant no emomani enda honum esan sapel apobofo bebre na ana aba oman match so mayo margin se omoban no ma betest no ma catch so metimi anya slot e dia man emome wo so utua bibin emma wani enko honum esan so muni no mo baju sikedi e ya dia Ministry of Health ana yesa hye ni na nti se wonsa entimi enka bibia kawakomato yem esan se ya dia so no ebo mo homodin na emom security agencies ahodo ne so ye hwehwemu e dia fa cases ahodo a omo so enya.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to also talk a little about the issue of fraud and illegal collections. Considering the number of health professionals who are eligible to be employed and at home, this was actually expected and was part of the ministry planning towards this process from the beginning. We actually discussed that one at length. We had meetings with the security agencies before the process actually started and collaborated with them throughout the process. Through this collaboration, the support of the public, some uncompromised persons are being investigated by the security agencies. We will communicate to the public when new development in this regard are received from the state agencies. I might also say that we caution the leadership of the professional group to warn their members not to avail themselves to some of these corrupt individuals. And once again, I would like to use this opportunity to reach that call that whenever we start this process, we should not avail themselves because they will take your money and they will not be able to do anything for you.
Enia Uti, I Director of Human Resources, Ministry of Health, Frederick Mensa, a champion.
Yan tuakas ya wanu se yenyina mu ewe DLFM fie vi se yense mo ne bia ba se yetena se na yepogem na ansa na no tiewe me ba sisi a semreno baswa.
DLFM 106.9.
Listen to DLFM 106.9.
Keep tuning in to DLFM 106.9.
Listen to DLFM 106.9.
Ghanaians, please tune in to DLFM 106.9 in the massive evening.
It's DLFM.
No kwasem pass a mirror beso ama menka mitri mu nsem enkyere mema ansa na makowei eye Charles Kodwofo so a wanya ne ba be kro nyumtuni a Ghana fuensi ne form kra Daddy Lumba ne nwomo no na de ente ye bo nwum we nyina ne sei yem papa Daddy Lumba highlife nyumtuni a wachi din wo man Ghana ene wi ase nyina enedua yi ena ne ma bepie mu e wo DLFM 106.9 Yam papa berma anidin edekaven fosu afi yenia ba Denise amasa fosu ebepie mum enafi Kwadwo fosu junior ebefie hanom ne nyina ne sei yam papa Daddy Lumba ne ba Kevin fosu yakopo ya atoma ukweda bei na ode afe ba kon aka ne fie hom ne santi enam chehye pa DLFM ene ya mama press na de agu akwam say yam papa Daddy Lumba do oni ho nanso sabe mpanin say abobdi ajakwa yenya ne kwantine ne obepie mu DLFM 106.9 emra na Adjoa Silky akire mu himate atwamum ewo DLFM 106.9 dwumadi de daso ejem DL awa dwumadi ne na ya dwa dente no yam papa Daddy Lumba dwumadi kese ya pan na ekoso ne no ena eye pre-birthday dwumadi DLFM ene ye mama Presra Fosu Otobon Shema ye bra Penny Calvin no chese dwumadi ne ko ye pa na nya semukuma kram ye bra Calvin Fosu eba ye enije ne sede yesa afinso ye nua ba Denise ena afinso Kwadwo Fosu Junior be pie mu ye mame Otobon ni papa bi etachira na enya semukuma ye ne yankasa managers Miss Mabel Entwita atoa adwumayefo DLFM nyina beta atoa na nya semukuma kram na dwumadi ne kwaso no ne be ma Calvin Fosu echirem sei ne papa Daddy Lumba wanya ne ba bi kro no obobra pa ena mnwoto so ama ne wiase nya ne papi na afaso ane onoma brabo o mayensa kire ye pie o masetenem ne senti o mo hwe anim se papa ni ho no mwen won be kwaso agina o na so se ma o mabo adwumaden atai yem papa Daddy Lumba nye pa obeye ye no wonom atai echire emra yem papa ana ye nua be ma Calvin Fosu ene DLFM edi nkoma na o kire mi sei sesi amekasei enuanom ni nyina ne abusua no ekoro ye de o mtempam a o mabwe kwa do mbefo se yem papa brapo boye no wo betumi atato no mahwe kire kama aprapa gina mapa etimi akoso ede yem papa Daddy Lumba wo mo kire mi sei yem papa Daddy Lumba ye obia odo no odo ne mapa na afenso ne nyumutuo mu no ede odo kese adi ede kire Ghana ma nyina ne senti emna so wo no so wo bekoso abu adwumaden atayem pepechi na nwuma pa oyeye no wo mo atoso wonu wurachi ne yakopɔ ya atoma wo munim se yakopɔ ma hoden a ne mapa bekɔ ama yem papa na afenso yakopɔ ya atoma afie ebe papa one year anniversary no etodwa pe wo meya na mapa tu ho na mapa pa aboa se be ya wo metumi di na ofeso na Ghana fo nyina no wo metumi abone etechi na papa nso yegosoa akai no kaipa.
I mean, I remember him explain that he was trying to, especially talk to his kids too, and trying to project, because kids were always very, very important to him. So making sure that the future is set, give them kids also power to do them. Exactly.
It's say for children.
Exactly.
Wow.
He always did everything he could for his kids, so this was always his most important thing. So he also included it in his music, as you can see in this one. I mean, the most important thing for the family right now is definitely building up the legacy and making sure that he's never forgotten. I mean, legends never die, so I think it's the most important thing that we make sure as the kids, as the family together, that we stay united and make sure that the legacy continues for the next 10, 100, 1,000 years even. So I think this is the most important thing for us right now.
Wanu hwam Belma ba Ochirema legends never dies. Obi a obobra patwa sapato afa no nwum se de oyira sen. Wo mekwaso abu adwumaden aboyem papa ne ye pa ho ban. Eno wachi ne wochirem sei efitiri ma ne papa efiri mapem samna ye kasei Ghana fo akoso akire do papa e da tai ema ne abusua chidi a wo mani aso oda Ghana fo nyina se papa awadoye kese ene enemuti a modi e de wo machi fitiri ma ne papa efiri mu ye bra Calvin Fosu echirem sei ne bede ye ben so eni so akase a DLFM ene Ghana fo de na de akire nani aso pa anti eno so I
mean, thanks for everything. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support that we have had about the last few months. And we're just so grateful for everyone that's backing us as the kids, as a family in general. I hope that we will unite and everything will work out well, especially for the future. Many thanks for everyone being here, joining today for my birthday. Thanks for the very, very nice surprise. I'm very, very happy about it.
Any awoti ye ayam papa Daddy Lumba ne babara ma Calvin Fosu ena wote ne nkan se brofo no so di gumani papa ni bia nyamudie ni bia se kutu se bam ede adia wate ase papa ni bia aha ena wote ne no na eno wachi na Denise ama sa Fosu yem papa Daddy Lumba ne baba peni no o baby ne wo kire ma in fact na nua so Ghana fo pa na so papa woni yade papa mesamre yi omonte omo ho ase yawo na da so a ho de nanso omo da Ghana fo ase pa se mata wono makire akwaso akromu bepem sampempen so kire mu a wo mekwaso abadwumaden ahwe me papa chi bibia kama no makra papa support twa no makra so kama omo da Ghana fo ase na doye kese mo de nadi ɛde akyerɛ abusua no nyinaa.
I'd like to thank everyone for their support. We wish our father was here. We miss him so much. But he lives on through his music. He lives on through his memories. And most importantly, he lives on through his children, who are his legacy. Thank you, Ghanaians.
Papa Nibia, we yam papa, daddy Lumba ne baba, Dennis, ama sa fosu, and I would say, or we sabro for sano. Nenu achine papa, daddy Lumba ne ba, Kwadwo Fosu Junior, ebe PMUB, o chirema in fact, ono so bada Ghana fo nyina se, aho chira pa ne ahunyenhia mu ko mu efrise sabe, ade to wani anya de keto na odinse ne ba ko pe etukro, ha dwen pa. Nanso ne Ghana fo ata o machichi papa hwe abomoden abompa ata o machi menne bibia ekwa kama dia o moda Yakopon ase o moda Ghana fo ase pa na de maye no twede ampo Yakopon okonhyira so a onhyira Ghana fo nyina na de maye ne nya de o mo wire ebefida yam papa dajurum baba Fosu Junior enu nsem nie.
I would like to thank every supporting individual and guardians as a whole for supporting myself and then my dad and then protecting the legacy which he has kept behind, and then I hope more respect is given to us as a family as a whole, and then my dad in general. Thank you.
Papa Nibia, yenua bema Kwadwo Fosu Junior ne ena woti ye no mo kwaro no mo se ne mo kwade Ghana for mo asem bia mo ka ede ejam kwan.
Ghana for Moon listen to DLFM 106.9. Ghana for Moon listen to DLFM 106.9. Ghana for Moon listen to DLFM 106.9.
Enwachi yebra Calvin anu si yepe ene ya nua ba Dennis chiremu adabi Ghana for ono so beka bi yenkwe.
Ghana, tune in to DLFM 106.9.
Na Kwadwo Fosu Junior se dabi me kwere man ka bi dia ya na enya kura meso improve minimum
Ghanaians, please tune in to DLFM 106.9 in Amasibibu.
Sika enye no enye no we will fear na enye no
Bro number
wo adwiri won we papa ni bia enye modie ni bio
my speechless
se kutu se bam enye bam pe bam
bro fo ye ka ye mie ya no
dabi de papa ni bia what you say yentie Denise de nemra papa ni bia said you can no mafilia fam.
Ghana, tune in to DLFM 106.9.
Eti said you tier no ye bra Calvin ye mana wodapa ya menkoswa mon ho ban ni abusua ni nyina ho ban na onkoswa makore na omuntem efe pa manage me efe we efe pa enya mudie ni bio na de adea se kutu se bam yento akase bo no so
yento akase bo ne so na sunsun foundation dwumeko a enhye aban ase ene philanthropist ono aso na CEO at the Matako God's Resources Limited Ken Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed akabomun the niema ahodoa de akoma omo de afiase wo Kumasi Central Prisons ene omo kono di nnuane adokodoko de ane nsuo anekoma awom Nenwachi anomode 10,000 Ghana cedis. The ma prison administration so mo so enfang boy sane bayam puntujuma no koso wo prison so no metimi e dia so ase no metimi awie na omudu hanom na chese ni pedu afi no mayi omomo so ekofie no mo obi 500 cedis sa onfanye TNT na onfenko ni fie sane beya ono so no ebetimi akoka na busuafo ho na brad donation no ekoso no anomne samchofo atwetwe nkomo anana na edu danso a ono personal assistant the Makin Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed kasa ye echemu say ya de amo so no mafa to mo ho so mo mayemre wo mpotem ni tichu ani mo prisons no ombetimi aboa omsane ebe yo mo so no esa ebetimi akoma no anamposa huyehi omo namu no so ombehu ni se Ghana fo yehi omo mayeguso edowom na donation ya de atoaso impremienu enne kumewood actors ni bi nso etimi ekoso mase ama bibia etimi koso ye na yeboa ekopie mo honom sanso anakilentua ebusuafo de masunsun foundation so no etimi ekopie mo honom ana management team de Makin Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed enso eko honom amkoshe se bibia ebetimi akoso ye na bra na edu danso ene nsem twofo twetwe commodin sem say edituja
The boss, Urakin Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed. The botaye ne say yenu anu mo wonde du afie the enije ene impression sembe mo.
Ghana, tune in to DLFM.
Ene ye ma 10,000 Ghana cedis. Ede ma Kumasi Central Prison say project bi omu ya na say bi omu nya bia no. Omu fan ko mu sika ho no mo fan yo because Bible ma ya ti ase say e say ye hwe yenu anu mo wonde du afie say na be yo no Ewurade Nyankopɔn no Nhyiraba ye so ye no so na ye nipa edu no mu hia sika o mo be bia bonte tie na botaye ye de ba ye no ye time meet botaye no na nyama so akoye pa in fact ye wura mu no ye wura ho ye edu ba bi so ye ni ti ye because ye nuanu mani ate o ma hu se elida so e wo ho e de mo mo eno ti no ye boss Urakin Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed the first time Aboye Edema Emeduafo Akonsa wo mu yakoko foribia. This is the third this is the second donation yama prisoners yaba Kumasi Central Prison. And you know Ghanaians should watch out for us. Any prison be a woku bia no. Ya drink say ye beko akosro bibia na ye de immediate sonko asho mafuru mu ma.
Nana Edu Danso no na personal assistant at the Makin Kwadwo Agyei Mohammed. Na nuachi ana Ghana esini twani ya wedu adodro na enim se friend sunsum ekasa ye echemu so ni so ade ho a wo Edema Foundation ni so mo susun betimi aboa na omo ni bi ewe yen portal no mu yedie ebetimi ehia wom enu nti no oto ni nsa de afre philanthropist ahodo ni na so mo meso na sen sane ebe ye omo so mo de afia ase no so no betimi asomo
almost 6 years ago. Yeah, Jeniska, Enquires, the new Bia, Camontebia, the new Bia, the new Bia, but you get more free fans from at all. Me, I was sick, I bring away the sicker ones to the bread. Or can you be a funny clip for you? How would you? I don't for the military to support you. And I was out for social media, TikTok, be supporting me. The number for what would you be supporting me? I'm talking to you of what I'm also supporting me. So what I'm making for you, the Dimitri to man, I can't bring that to certain for you. And it's soon foundation. Say you hear me, young for your bedroom company. Ghana, how can I go to the bedroom? But the address was if you what a car, I'm a chairman talker. This is you. But to favor be able to put the pantomime, I'm a bit so I was supposed to be a foundation. What's all one of my old scout? I said, oh, I was only so busy. But when you'll be a January, about job at the Bassa, I soon to the Major. I'm going to my year. Come, yes, I'm in the money for me. I'm a rather. The Koyako Porter of Wallace also will be a possible wish I can see. And the Sunsun Foundation, yes, remember Kumasi Prison. And no much we are not 2,000. And we are in a park, my pop 2,000. And so 2,000, drink 2,000.
DLFM 106.9.
And then you buy a parts at the moment. The Sunsun Foundation.
Ene ya uti ye Ghana sini cheni ya wedu adodro na efreni se sunsum onon ene da sunsum foundation ano na maniboye nsem choni Barbara Cranton ana de besomye
sunsum
ai
oye hunhum adwuma on ana sa sunsum de hunhum asem ma fene pa me ka so na Adjoa Sikapa program me kai pa ba wa ya de ade wa ya ne ye onte se mu bi munye sika hyehyɛ mo nko a mo ho na mudi munyino bia ho aya de but next time okwa won frɛ no wofa na menkugya na memfa kakra nya den enka ho se mizika akra wo se den we wanka mentumi nkosa
ba owa obetimi di ama no se ne ba next time okɔ baby
me wa metumi di ama no e wo mra wonka nkyerɛ
wo se na se we de yen kan nkyerɛ
entina ma to ne nkra no ma to ne nkra so onhwɛ me no yesi ya to nkra untumi mfa pes stick keke mfa ho ko hwe obi sa
da be mfa hyehyɛ no afi wakomemu ana apɛsɛ won so na se ana sa won mu a obi a ende
eno no wo pɛsɛ wo ka kyerɛ sɛ efiri makomemu no yɛ kasa be
efiri wakomemu di a wa fa kwa hu nya so beba be bisa
da be nka nkyerɛ me
efiri wakomemu
efiri makomemu pa ton akomam ton afia shiga akomam ton okay anamboa afia sugar si akomam ton fimakomam ton pa na eba na no kra sɛm ne sɛ ɔton sanfrɛ na meba wanton sanfrɛ ma wɔfa de sɛ minsua na me wɔfa asikuma asa de wanton sanfrɛ na me kɔsa enyebu ate ase enyebu nye ne die ba kokra ye be yadure no besma ka tena se kotokode ne de hwie na ɔma hwie tu ɔma san bruta na hitman anga say menim say de ha na okodi kotokofo achi so bi na ye na dru ye ba
DL Power Sports emu ade ejawo dead DL Power Sports emu ade ejawo dead
DL Power Sports on DLFM 106.9.
Empty sabot no e bi ni seven to mbo kotoko e bi kotoko na 20 kura no am sata woni seven masama mo ano ye ni omo ye ba so omo anya di data bo ye nya omo a ye ba so omo ankumo ye nya ankumo a ye ba so omo ono bo ye ye tumne sa you beat them yes you have to see Lord the worst is just this time omo ye obi omo hey my God, you are not lying. They are joking with us. There's a set of all supporters. We are serious, man serious, and the way serious they say. Let me go to no more to Casamra. I'm over here. Master, Obi loses how much we are. And can't sometimes think a mama named
DL Power Sports. A more dead. A jawo dead.
Pressure, Mr. Kasante, Mr. Biden, Mr. Kasante, Asante, Mr. Kasante, watch your money room, Mr. Kasante, and Borike!
Fa se Bismarck man busy atena se ben fa de cheba na kwaba ebira ne kopa no fence ma babu anu sa akopama so nsebo no na meso me kase bo ne so Bismarck empom design
ofan cheba nyame adome ho ye pa
okay sa no pa yishia ye
yes
season ne yentumi nhia bio
anyume ya saba
oh sure
sounds on ye
oh nyame adom na ya me ya say Ghana football no yenhye den hunu so ya me ya pa na me bom pai say yankopon be company fo na koma na o ma dwen Ghana ho kane asa o ma dwen butom ya me ya pa
don't metimi aya no mo ye no
we say
de on betimi aya no mo
de wakutre yam nyina na abai
oh yes
ene ya wakwen
say assistance di metimi aka say
madam fu bi movie we ohwe bi da
den
mi wakwen bi mekọ okwan bi da manyim Belgium say movie no we ne kwan de yanim sisi ya na de betumi na ya ye dia
kwan
wa dopo asa kotokwa akọ ntampo ne ya hye na obafie kwan ya chiri chese ohunu kwan so
ya
mo bro kotoko ma ya mo bob duta si ya dia kro mo hye ya kra ya si ya twum ya das cast to sen
moda te
na kotoko das sen
na do ikako 8
ntina hitman ya le no
se league na abo wi anza
abo no pusa
ya abo wi
o say
media agent league ndi
ese kotoko make se hitman abo no pusa ntina oda fie abo ne ya de na hu zo ntumi nzore
kotoko nti
ebo na poso ese has kwada ateri sa na hwe so kotoko da be 8 nyame nkwa kotoko ko relegation kra
kotoko nti na
etina hitman na ontumi nya hwa kwada fie nzo na ho de nyina kwahye we hwe nyame nkwa menya na ko na edi akira hwe obeyare mo
right abusu anyime memo adwoma akwa bakwan sonko so kramra deal 106.9 megahertz so me redu yere agude mu nsam papa nso be so mu dwuma di kese suwe no ade e kan san nwe no nsia kase asujua wate nyina ofa Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi nkasa nso a ana baba so no Adjoa Agyei Sikapa san nwe amazin kona wamade ade e kan san nwe no nsia kase no enso so mba bibia wuti dwuma di no mraso besma kadu saman bi se mesuma so agude mu nsam no yede be so masida PSA enkoma Michael so coacha miebu producer branu bia no wona timi ekomemwa akuchire nsam no enso gu nkata so besma kadu Sammy mesanim na nso dia pokra ne dia ba waguka nsem nsem anyume ya trase asuju asida PSA no ebe kwa ma Lumba supermarket show abrano brand bi atran say dia Lumba super ana timi fa dwuma de nyina o ka nyume maso yase o ma se agude mu nsem ya fa masumi tu join show no live on Facebook capital D capital 106.9 image audio videos audio pokra ene ade kan say reactions audio no we no eye champion Kofi Taylor we no eye iron boy Kofi Taylor ana ade say osum ni nyina no enso esum on Facebook tanso a ana ade kan say YouTube anime agin ya yade agude mu nsem na ebe sum ye hyasia fifie onim se na me no kase no na nsentema ana we no ade kan say African Senior Athletics Championship and also etojo Accra 2026 now etojo enso University of Ghana Stadium nenra ana mpacho final day no and also share so ensure chenche pa ana no so etimi atoya ade kan say closing ceremony no kra no and also yentimi anwe na after say championship no eba we obakai say me bedi nkomo so chese fans no any athletes dodo na so rezi concern simple no ade kan say duane sem accommodation babia me pacho na fans ana simple ade kan simple no athlete dodo na so da no na say enkon kanra ya tweben fans ni bi any athlete ni bi any coaches outdoor any omudi nkomo say ade kan say championship and also tojo Accra no na experience say omadi dem na te say babia omoda na te say na no ana je say yenya voice outdoor omo katwi womo kabrofo French nyina enso na metia no adwuma Michael so coach amonso koboye ana yagimre de nkoma no enso asumiti yentie nkoma me patro fans outdoor anyway ade kan say athlete ne managers a ombe piem so our African Championship na se no nkoma omdi tuja
organization dey make us say now suggest that anye de baby found now say stations near the found because my na for baby post omuni post tournament we say Ghana baby say go we de found to say first one na can be sure say Ghanaian na emepa and am sure say go invest at the pass so go so mo buy and stadium money na emeyo na so apart from nipa na o ma jada baba nipa buy ba ma jada and Philly stadium make us say organization bibia course na ebeko because put make us say bibia best there o ma ye de athletes police ye page no ye okay o ma ye bibia was say also must say bibia o say before be join no masisa there was obia kika na one bibia course make us say there just Ghana follow o ma nya go ya host there we go nya silver back bronze 4 5 we dey anya there they sure say prepare athletes for this meaning time so who jani home page track because track see there Ghana and what at least you get first back and hold me it's okay I say Nigeria for Ethiopia for Kenya for any for them and up na there you better process not say next time maybe training athletes na before go maybe because you will see athletics game now
une piste qui est très rapide. Nous pouvons que remercier les organisateurs et pas le ministère, mais plutôt la Fédération Ghanaienne d'athlétisme pour cette belle fête qui réunit autant de nations. Aujourd'hui, on repart grandi avec plusieurs connaissances. Hormis les connaissances, nous partons avec beaucoup d'expérience surtout parce que le Gabon est une nation qui est encore jeune dans la tête. Nous pouvons déjà dire que le Ghana et le Gabon sont deux pays frères. Certes, peut-être loin en termes de situation géographique, mais nous avons des Ghanéens au Gabon, nous avons des Gabonais au Ghana. Nous ne pouvons que vivre dans ce qu'on appelle la fraternité. Et cette fraternité va durer des années et va continuer à perdurer. Donc, nous remercions chaleureusement l'équipe, que ce soit les organisateurs encore.
I don't like a food. I eat rice, always. I eat rice. Change your menu. Attiéké is a food of Côte d'Ivoire. Attiéké or aloko or potatoes or plantain.
Yenti way athletes do to na yano mutin komodo na kase come here say championship just from day one kopim and no final day no to toja our University of Ghana no ade kan say monko a fitia no patu anwuma monko a ana omu dia no so eyankoma dodo na so di tuju ade nyina no enso so mo kasaflika sesan so atimi atodwuma de sina last Saturday ana ade kan say Ghana Olympic Committee and it common ade kan say Games Association wamonso ekwase tina we no na ade kan say annual congress enti afimuni nyina wamonso ejumadi a omudi ya no ana say DLFM sports team no yanso etimi ekopia se ade animanyam enso kwata ato na opania je fense Richard Kofi Akpokavi ono ade kan say Ghana Olympics Committee president wedding command do na so efa jumadi no jenten sam kakra na wapani no enso edifa na offices outdoor wasi GOC no enso esi.
The Executive Director of Olympic Africa, Chetiedo Dia, is expected to visit Ghana in June. Further discussions on the completion of the project. He went after we meet in our discussion, we will call you all again in the media to give you details of what we are going to do, the drawings and then the cost and everything, that you see exactly what we are trying to do ourselves. Operationally, as we have commenced on renovation of the GOC offices, which will be carried out gradually and in phases. So far, the boardroom has been renovated to make it more suitable for meetings and receiving guests. The GOC also has several assets, including old furniture and abandoned vehicles. An inventory has been taken, evaluation completed, and some of these items will be auctioned to recover some funds and also create additional office space. We have also commissioned an IT audit. The findings revealed weak cybersecurity systems, obsolete and unsecured equipment, the absence of a data recovery policy, unlicensed software, and inadequate operational.
Wey Richard Kofi Akpokavi Esquano and come Difa officer Adjoa Agyei Sikapa and so Edia Kwasi Trema Simple Jinjima Wamusi Adin Commano Dudwana and so Sumo Jumedi so Din Como and so for Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games at Adjoa Scotland CNA Yetimi Airport at least Anasempono approximately Adia can say 40 athletes Anna Yadio Mukopiem Sajumedi Yentia Openia. Your friends Richard Kofi Akpokavi Esquire and come on Difa Glasgow. Nyankupo Aduma 2026 at Adjoa Scotland.
Looking ahead to 2026, Commonwealth Games Glasgow 2026. The Commonwealth Games will be held in Glasgow from 23rd July to 2nd August 2026. We expect to send a contingent of approximately 40 athletes, depending on outstanding qualifications, together with about 20 officials, including coaches, medical personnel, safeguarding officers, and chef de mission, and so we'll compete in athletics, boxing, cycling, judo, para-athletics, para-powerlifting, para-swimming, and weightlifting. Although this year's Commonwealth Games has scaled down versus compared to 2022, we believe our athletes will make Ghana proud. We wish our Ghana athletes the very best in Glasgow. I'm also pleased to inform you that on the sidelines of the game, we will collaborate with government to promote Ghana through our Ghana House. This initiative will showcase Ghanaian business opportunities, tourism, and the creative arts. We hope, God willing, to return from Glasgow not only with medals, one on the sports.
Wey Ghana Olympics Committee President Openia Jefferson Richard Kofi Akpokavi Esquire where they san komo yansu atujadi nyano enso ma no to asudi nkomo se na fountains and minister honorable minister Kofi Adams nso no atimi ahye GOC enso ebo se nei wo metimi asoma se kakra wa se na o yisu sa akonya we enso atimi ato ade kan se minister nkra se enkomo no mudi na nsan kan ana sempo wante nka wo de yenti opani friends Richard Kofi Akpokavi Esquire nkoma o difa fountains.
Funding is a way, a threat we can no longer ignore. My dear Federation leaders, the greatest threat to sports development in Ghana remains funding. Time has come for us to speak candidly about the issue which threatens to undermine all the progress we have made. The financial challenges facing the GOC and our federations directly affect our ability to fulfill our mandate. Budgetary allocations to sports remain inadequate, and even approved funds are often released late or not at all. Last year, the GOC struggled to adequately prepare athletes for the school games and youth games. This year, we are expected to prepare athletes for both the Commonwealth Games and the Youth Olympic Games, yet we are still awaiting funding. We understand the broader economic challenges facing all sectors. However, we respectfully appeal for the timely release of the limited funds approved for sports, because preparation for international competitions begins months before the actual events.
Wey Akpokavi Richard Kofi Esquire wano GOC no president of this ankomo ya tujadi nyina no enso emananra ukopiem enso man friend say Morocco ho ana under 17 African Cup of Nations no enso etojo abeka ise no the live commentary be suma the tema the Black Starlet of Ghana under 17 points no enso no my friend say Senegal they win them so after the game na say Ghana team ya di ntwa ka ba comment team ante penalty nyina no yansa team ka bi yantimi ansa fei red card Senegal man di ye ni nyina mu no time against level on the Black Starlet of Ghana no penny friend say Sheikh Tofik a media officer odi team na chi Morocco after the game no when come akase anasumi.
Certainly very disappointing results yesterday, but not a disappointing performance from the team. I think that anybody who watched the game clearly could see the effort the players put in, the effort the car team put in. The quick substitutions were indications that the team wanted to capitalize on the numerical disadvantage of Senegal and win the game. But this is football, and sometimes some strange things happen. For those of us who were watching at the stadium, we didn't have the opportunity of watching a replay of the goal that Ghana scored. For those of you who watch television, competition. I've spoken to a lot of people who said they saw nothing wrong with the goal that the referee disallowed. When the referee even went to the video support review, he spent close to 3 minutes. Clearly an indication that he was indecisive with whatever decision that he wanted to take, but eventually that was ruled out. You play a game again.
Wey a media officer odi the Black Starlet of Ghana na 7 team nachi and so come Morocco Sheikh Tofik on this Sankomoi and so assume after saying no intro anybody Senegal mino about the Black Starlet of Ghana kaba comment team at den come on dodo na so assume Jumadi case is now so atimi actor Jumadi Nyankopoy aduma Wednesday ya the final game no so Ghana against South Africa and also Sheikh Tofik edin come aka say efa.
The kickoff time is 8 p.m. here in Morocco, 7 p.m. in Ghana. So our training schedule will change from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. this evening. So we are yet to go to training. But yesterday after the game, it's understandable. Psychologically, everybody was down. Everybody was affected. The entire team was quiet. The players were quiet. The technical team was quiet. We had a meeting right afterwards with the management committee who were also disappointed. We had discussions and they also pointed out a few things that they think we have to take a closer look at. And I believe that if those measures are put in place going into the game against South Africa, hopefully, inshallah, we'll be able to pick the maximum points against the South Africans. And the situation they find themselves in, they won their first game against Senegal by 2-1, and they lost their second game to Algeria. So what it means is that they need a point against Ghana to be able to qualify to the next phase of the competition, because the competition is set that 10 countries will represent Africa at the World Cup. So even
Wey Sheikh Tofik in Koma Odia and so F game Aduma Wednesday Black Starlet of Ghana and so no my friends in South Africa and so about under 17 African Cup of Nations and also Toja Morocco didn't come on Dudwana and so Sumananya Gupoy Aduma Nimsene when 28 May Ghana against Mexico friendly game no Toja Nana Yansa video and so Black Stars of Ghana and so touch it down Morocco and I some post on my friends and Mexico one more day training and so so enjoy training kakra yes so send and also etimi Toja and also come akra if you are by dinner and so esomo
make anything possible.
DL Power Sports. DL Power Sports.
You fulfill all your needs during this week. Please feel free to ask whatever you need. We want you to feel Puebla as this home away from home, and always remember Puebla as the first step in this journey. Okay, lots of success. Welcome to Puebla, and feel free here. We are in name of Governor Alejandro Armenta to make.
Henti mino kasa the senior soccer team the Blasters of Ghana and so touch it down Mexico amino kasa na yonko fa kanzi no minor your friends Mexico ye fru ano wamuso etimi ebo me den komano dodo na so asumi to join show no live on Facebook Ubonsa brand friends Prince Amaku Junior Munina and so wame ya pa bibi bia so di dem nyame ya doma friendly game no amoso aye points nei wamso betimi akonko de na me so no we yamfa last story en so na fe yan so jumadi en sense emrani kopaye meno kasa medical din komo say 2027 African Cup of Nations no 3 countries and AOST on the NT Yatuni say Pamoja 2027 Pamoja no Swahili kasa ase chirani say together NT and Kabomu Tanzania Uganda and Omina your friends Kenya and Omonso Atimi Akomon Tuma Boma and also Makomon Tuma Panua one day African Cup of Nations 2027 no and so Ebeto Jana Meno kasa dia port no and so enya to Jana Kupon ya Duma we no 19th May. That's that is what China because na 18th what China ana draw ni beto jana port one no say ana hon komote Morocco ubenya o man bi ti say Senegal so na Nigeria enti Kofi wa buana fe wa paper images ni adin komo ubenya o man bi ti say Algeria, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, Tunisia, Cameroon, Congo DR, Mali, South Africa, Burkina Faso enti countries wey ana ko payment so port one wamo so etimi o ma yehwe ni nyame ya duma da China draw beto jana teams no and also ebetimi ahu dia no so ekohia nyanko na portu no se na uncommon so tia kevedo sanso na my friends say Ghana, Guinea, Gabon, Uganda, Angola, Benin, Zambia, Mozambique, Madagascar, Equatorial Guinea and Comoros and Tuenso eye portu ameno kase no ehwa na man konkro Ghana yanso yetimi shemu bia bibi bia so etimi akon kana port 3 no and also uncommon say na tia Kenya host nation sanso na Libya, Tanzania, Niger, Mauritania, the Gambia, Sudan, Sierra Leone, sanso na Namibia, Togo, Malawi, Anafo Mana, your friends Rwanda, and way, and so I am my who do amino caseno. One so I dear can support 3 I didn't come on. Don't want so much money in a portfolio. Say I won't come on to tear me part of Maya. Your friends Zimbabwe, Guinea Bissau, Congo, Central African Republic, Reno, Liberia, Burundi, Ethiopia, Anafo, Lesotho, Botswana, South Sudan, Eritrea. Ana ubenyo mambiti se Somalia enti wenso ne amaya hodoa ukopiem enso ewo portfolio wamonso etimi apiem anyame ya duma do china yehwe ni musa drone enso betimi atoja na bibia nso etimi akonkantin komono dodo na ne wa nemom emre ne ko papa enti on this road agude mu nsema eboabo ni nyina no jade besi asida piesie enso enkoma Lumba super sa brano ban bi omutimi aso yasifa dwumade no ka ema yade agude mu nsem no enso ebesum Lumba super nko a ana wode som ahoa wunya ni monyam se dwumade bia odi no wode som ahoa na se dwumade no so atimi afa ne ntuma performa dama ana yaje Lumba in super ana ya jimre ya de agudie mu nsam no enso ebeso Michael so coacha eya me producer timi kuchire nsam ni nyina no egu nkata so ma besima kadusa mambi se dodo na so frema wan ni kwakwa champion me de agudie mu nsam no enso ebeso mo asida ana se yeso so no mami chia Sam J Bakri Mama Julie ene ni ra Misa Samu ahina afo ya po Mama Julie me fa ebedi nkomo bi ana Miss Rita wo tema komtitu onso awi anopa woni mi din komo bi nyame nhira pa sa odweme wadwem panti Miss Rita and you may fantastic good evening ana enkomana bema yaw wo Madina no anwumre manya ntie se oti ana me boss Dr. Stephen Yaboa we adwuma e wo house hearing clinic we ENT specialist and you may manya ntie se we bima wo kofi o te o kama o manita adwuma den fantastic good evening ana enkoma nti wafa yemfa bibia nsina fi se mochina no but I don't know say bia a good emu nsam na private o dey ochina why
Matthias no problem hu hia panti Bismarck man busy ene o say tilapia enka aka ne nanka ye kubi ene wasesa no so ozi o ye frɛ na kwaku champon o wo ahene kwaku champon me yi wo kura che wahu ade kade nanka abeka
na brand no mi diangasa o
de
Bismarck otuo champon
o wo ahene nka ho
sa champon bia amra ne
o wo ahene nti wo de ka ho
etimi mi din angasa no
okay
dem papa ye wo me birth set so
wo se de mo ye
weighing card
de mo ye den
ye wo me weighing card so no
ye wo ne ho na wo ho
me ma me ne papa
ye wo
na wo me na wo ni ba
kaka so mo wo me na ngase ye wo ye eze wo ka ho bi ye wo me
okay o mo wo me no
better
me weighing card so Bismarck otuo champon
ena wo so
minim de akoba ya
Bismarck adu se ne ye hwe ho
minim ba bia akofa me papa de sa adi we be sa
ade hwe ho no ma
hwe ho nka ho
ensa base o me se ye fa ni se adu se
eno yo say
o say hwe ho
na me ne o say o
soroko etamaso kasi abon ye gina we su de asi na san be ko no awoda ba ko bi aka me sa kofi buwa me na me monitor na me soro nko na ye bre na de anim kan pa na we happy birthday eko ediama Mrs Mavis Mensa oye principal account officer ewo SPD Kokopod ewo adanse fum so na ne eyo birthday enti abusane nyina akiri mu Yakopon ede afe ba ko ede account fe ho de Yakopon tene de mu fa nkire na onya wo kese enkwatenten onyini kire emu ede na twede yampo Yakopon omfa entumo happy birthday to you Mrs Mavis Mensa we principal account officer ewo SPD Kokopod adanse fum so ehɔ na wanya menhyira opinu a woda no onya ne sonko we every abusuafo nkyɛn ama Adjoa NF eye Jaden abusuani nyina so modo pante Yakopon kɔ so nhyira wo na onya wo kese kura yenyina wo tina ka sebo ne yemu no kuo mu se pon mu se mufuo no eye Mace mebere ntwene se mu ema yen champion Taylor bemo oboata ede pie mum ewo Facebook NF yiti makasebo no wonya bi ehwe yem Mesa Samuel akwa dodo abole man se DJ Zigby echinchim kasafire fuma so me se technical producer kenkafo yemienu edi ameje so yo wofa osi ade yo de one at Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B. Minimum of Aseba.
Adjoa Agyei Sikapa.
Ye kwe the international DJ Fiba and Obetanase. I was almost a free seminar copy myself non crobable and I don't do bar non crown. Aha, na me what I say Esther. Sexy journalist Betanase, no the point Juma dear no about the sum from 9 to 11 p.m. And because one entra, we send him a opinion why the Babel song and ye kwe no. Best market say, when you be uncle, now to see Sam Yakramo.